Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you so much, Dr. Ahmed, for allowing me to share my presentation to the audience in the opening ceremony. Actually, I'm deeply honored to give this presentation for our young generations, our colleagues, our professors, and our international guests, just to know what's the progress and success of ophthalmology in Egypt. I would like to thank Dr. Shaima and Dr. Mustafa for helping me in this presentation. So, at the age of first, and these two slides are quoted from Professor Amr Munir, and his presentation is present on Google. You can see it, it's very nice also. And the symbol of the eye, Horus, was first approved 5,000 years ago, and is an ancient Egyptian symbol of protection and power. The legend says that Horus, son of Isis, lost his sight after a vicious attack by the demon Set, but recovered his sight when his mother invoked the aid of Tua. So we found in the Egyptian Museum that the oldest documented cataract case throughout history was reported in a famous and small statue from the 5th dynasty in the Egyptian Museum. And by searching the name of this statue, it was found to be Sheikh al-Balad. So he was one of the Egyptians. He was not a pharaoh. And the cataract is well seen in his left eye, as you see in the red circle, and it was mature cataract. So this was the first case of documented cataract in the history. The Scientific School of Ophthalmologists has risen in Egypt, and the Egyptian Ophthalmological Society was based on 1902. So it is now 123 years of age. And it started with 100 members and published an annual bulletin since that time till now, continuing for more than a century and quarter now, accounting its activities. The Egyptian Ophthalmological Society started in 1902 with 100 members, and now in 2025 it reached more than 8,500 members accounted. To go back a little bit to know what about the ophthalmologists in Egypt, we have 6 sectors of ophthalmology in Egypt: the universities, the Ministry of Health, the insurance, military hospitals and academics, and the police hospitals and academy, and free ophthalmologists. The universities of Egypt are 3 sectors of universities. Again, the governmental universities with ophthalmology departments in all the governmental universities, Al-Azhar universities as special entities, and private universities. There are 27 governmental universities or public universities with ophthalmology departments. These are the statistics that I could get from our colleagues. The number of members of ophthalmology in each department, it reached up to 200 members in the Cairo University, Alexandria 120 members, and Shams 212. So the number or the members of the ophthalmology departments is increasing every year and even every month. The 6 faculties of medicine with ophthalmology departments in Al-Azhar University, which is a special entity, as you said, is Cairo Boys and Girls, Asyut Boys and Girls, and Damietta Boys and Girls. There are 29 private universities all over Egypt now. About 10 of them, they have ophthalmology departments, and still the others they do not have. And the most recent is Al-Alamein in Marsa Matruh University, which has its own department now with about 4 to 5 members. To go again for the progress of science, which is the progress of research. When you look for the journals published in any country, it is the clue of its advancement in this research. In Egypt, regarding ophthalmology, we have 5 ophthalmological journals. The oldest is the Journal of Egyptian Ophthalmological Society, which again, this bulletin started since 1902. And every year it was archived in the archives of ophthalmology, and all the old people and the old generations, they know what is the archive of ophthalmology and how this journal is very heavy and deep and very famous all over the world. And every year at that time, they were announcing about the Egyptian Ophthalmological Society meeting and the advancement and the people who attended this meeting and who is the president and who are the invited speakers. And since that time, the speakers were invited from all over the world to Egypt up till now. with honor, of course. Again, this is on 1939 and in 1948 also, with all the details about the meeting that was described in the archives of ophthalmology, which is again a big honor for the EOS to be archived since 1902 up to 2025. Again, the progress of science is the progress of research. In Egypt, we have 5 ophthalmological journals. The first and oldest is the Egyptian Ophthalmology Society, and the Egyptian Journal of Ophthalmology, and the Egyptian Journal of Clinical Ophthalmology, and the Delta Ophthalmological Society of Egypt, which is now 30 years of age and ranked in Scopus. And also, we have the honor to say an Egyptian Ophthalmological Society journal has been ranked lastly in the last month in Scopus, and it now has a higher index and higher ranking in Q3, which definitely this allows the researchers to publish more and more in this journal, which is now has its rank in Scopus, which means every one of us has his own H index, and the more the research, the more that you have your H index, and this H index may be in a Scholar, in Google Scholar, or in Scopus. And in Egypt, we are depending more on the Scopus. So if you are publishing this journal, this means that your H index will be higher and higher. Egypt Association of Research in Vision Ophthalmology is the last journal in ophthalmology. But on the other hand, we have subspecialty journals. The Egyptian Journal of Ocular Implants and Refractive Surgery, which is again related to the SWARS Society, and the Egyptian Journal of Cataract and Refractive Surgery, which is again related to the EGSRS Society, and the Egyptian Journal of Vitreoretinal Surgery. So we have 3 subspecialty journals also in Egypt. How many articles are published in ophthalmology from Egypt? According to the statistics from 2012 to 2022, 38.5% of the published articles from the Middle East are from Egypt, followed by Saudi Arabia, which is 35.5%, and Emirates 7%. So again, Egypt is ranked the first in the Middle East for publishing papers. The future of ophthalmology, simply one of the examples is the AI in Egypt. We started to do the AI technology in 2020, starting our researches, and definitely we are on the right road for the future of ophthalmology in Egypt. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for allowing me to be with you.